All right, so this is the after show, and we are discussing the time that Patrice was trying to address some of the stuff that was told about her on Juss Kyia that was not true, and so I don't think she got the chance, or she didn't think she got the chance to actually address those issues. So we're going to now just address the issues on the back chat. So we're going to review the footage and see. We're just going to address the stuff that Kaya said. Well, whatever Patrice wants to address, but we're definitely going to address what she said on the broadcast today. So without further ado, we're going to play that right now.
We had the type of camaraderie between us where we were on the phone having conversations. So when I asked her to hit me up, sis, I genuinely meant that like a sister of the same color, not like a blood sister. But if you don't want to consider me that, I'm cool with that too. Because I knew we had had other conversations on the phone. So now all of a sudden you don't want to have the conversation.
Well, I feel real good because I ain't cussed out nobody got my phone number. Everybody I cussed out ain't got their number and they ain't got mine.
What about me? I would think you always cussing me out.
Like, oh, well, that's the love, though.
And at least she's been given the benefit of the doubt to come up here. I wasn't given that benefit.
I hope she does, because she'll be given the same space and freedom to speak her piece that we gave you. We're going to give her
I'm talking about on her platform. Oh. I wasn't given that benefit of that doubt, but she's given the benefit of this doubt. Because I saw her last night in the chat when I was on the panel on another platform and invited her, and she said no thanks.
Okay. Well, I think it's better that no matter what, sometimes we gotta let something hits us. It's not the right time to talk, but people, you decide to have the conversation at the right time and space when you're ready for it. And if she's willing to have the conversation, and then look, I don't walk away from this thinking that nothing's going to be resolved today. But at least you both can say, hey, we had an initial conversation. If we decide we want to have a follow-on conversation,
she's here now, Rico.
We'll facilitate that. But if not,
she's here now.
Understood. Okay, you can bring her
up. Okay, so we're going to bring up Juss Kyia. Juss Kyia, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good afternoon.
All right. Okay, so you see we have this conversation, and OG Patrice has said the things that she has said. And so we want to give you a chance if you were one to, well, actually, she wanted to give you the opportunity to, respond to some some of the things that she said.
Oh, so is it my turn? I can speak now? Yeah. Okay, so first of all, what I said on my platform, I 100% stand behind it, how I said it and the way I said it. That's how I talk. Yep, I called myself that, called her that. If you don't understand a little humor behind things, then that's on you. So whatever it is, and no, I never met my father.
Stop it right there. Okay. First of all, I want to debunk that bull, because that's exactly what it is. She first said, I stand on that. I said that, yeah, that's how I roll. But if you can't take a little humor, that wasn't humor on her platform. Her calling me B's and H's was not humor. She wasn't laughing when she said that. She didn't say, I was kidding. That's how I kid. That's how I...
Like it to me. It did not look like that to me.
So I want to be clear that was not humor. She was being serious. Okay. But go ahead.
So he did not name me a hoe. My mama named me Kaya, but I know how to have fun with myself. It's not that serious for me, first of all. Okay, so I really wasn't going to come up here. OG invited me yesterday when we were on she was on another platform, and I declined because I did not want the back and forth. So Rico, I appreciate you for pointing out. I don't mind, but I know OG over talks everyone, don't let you finish and do that. That's why I declined, first of all. So
okay. So as we will move further, she's saying that the only time I stopped her is when I saw her moving the goalposts and bringing other conversations and other people in the conversation that had nothing to do with it. And my bro up here, Rico, sitting up there shaking his damn head. I got some smoke for you, bro. But let's move on.
I'm glad that you set those rules. As long as it's not going to be no over talking, I'm fine with that. I think people know that knows me already. I don't over talk people at all. Okay, so I just wanted to thank you for that opportunity. So while I came up here, initially, I was just going to let it go, but OG is mixing multiple different things together. I did not call OG Patrice to.
Okay.
Now, we're going to see who's going to mix multiple things in this conversation, because I'm literally going to have to stop her and say, can we stick to the subject at hand? Because she's actually mixing multiple conversations. But I digress.
Okay. So you want to continue to keep going with the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
To have her talk to Daryl for me. If anybody know me, I don't need nobody to ask nobody nothing for me. I speak very loud, very clear for Kyia. I don't do that. No one's going to ever talk for me. I'm going to talk for myself. So that's a lie. I did not call her and ask her to ask Daryl anything for me. I have his number. I have talked to Daryl. I say very clearly who I am, what I am. So let's put that out straight. And I'm going to go back to before I address what.
Okay.
Now, she did tell me that she had a conversation with Daryl, but it got nowhere. That's the reason why she called me to ask me to talk to Daryl, because she knew already that I was talking to Daryl and having counsel with Daryl about other things that was going on between him and other people. So she's a lie right there. She knew exactly that she called me and asked me to do that.
Okay, now let me ask you a question, Patrice. Why would she say? Why do you think she would say that? Outright lie and say she didn't do it. I mean, why do you think she would say that?
Because I don't know why she would say it, but I know she's lying.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Why I even talked to OG Patrice about Daryl. Prior to that, she mixed the story up. I was already not talking to OG Patrice, and before the Daryl incident even happened. I stopped talking to her before that, basically because of other things like her over talking the same narrative. She's not very, I don't want to say she lies, but she over exaggerates.
She never said that to me. We never had that conversation. Kyia was still talking to me. I was still going on to her panel. She's lying. Even when she's bringing up an incident that had nothing to do with this incident that she's going to mention, I was on her panel even after that, which is before this whole her and Darrell situation came up on her panel. So she's lying and she's getting caught in her lies.
Well,
I was on the panel and in her chats after the incident that she's getting ready to say that had nothing to do with the incident that I'm talking about now.
Well, what I noticed is, and this is what I noticed, she never called you a liar. She tried to call you some things, but she never said you were lying about anything.
Because she's trying to paint a picture in people's mind as, well, I don't want to say, that she doesn't tell the truth. She's not a liar, but she's over exaggerate. That's a narrative that she's trying to spin. And if she felt that way,
like it to me.
As many times after that I was on her panel, why didn't she tell me that? She never did.
Good question. I mean, there was a bunch of questions that we wanted to ask her.
After that, I was in her chat many times after that. I saw on other panels, had conversations with her many times after that.
Yeah.
I called her a liar because she is one.
Yeah, but the fact is, she didn't call you one, and that's very critical to the situation here. So she never said, "Oh no, Patrice is lying about this. Patrice is lying about that." She just said, she never said you were lying about that. So that's very critical. And so
because I'm not lying.
There you go. All right, so
I'm not lying.
All right. So and there was some questions that we wanted to ask her, to get some clarification. I wish we could have done that, but okay, so it shook out how it shook out. All right, so are you ready to proceed forward, Patrice?
Please.
All right.
In my opinion, and she got upset with me and was calling me about someone on my platform. She felt disrespected her. She felt I didn't speak up soon enough, even though I spoke up for her, saying like, not for her, but in general, like, we're not gonna, I don't agree with this person did with calling her, telling her to put her dick up or whatever. But she felt I didn't say it soon enough. So she called.
Okay.
Now, this narrative she's spinning right here was with another young man on her panel. And yes, I did have that conversation with her, but that was long before this whole Kyia Darrell incident about me, or about Kyia calling me. So why is she bringing this up? But I'm the one spinning the narratives and bringing other stories in. What does me having an incident with someone else on her panel months before this have anything to do with this conversation? But I'm the one that's bringing multiple stories in. But we're going to see how she's going to continue to do what she's accusing me of.
Okay. So far, she has not responded to any of the things that you said to her as far as giving us a different scenario or an explanation why things are not like what you said is not true. She hasn't gave us any proof that what she's saying is true and what you're saying is not true. As a matter of fact, she has went out of her way to say she's not calling you a liar, right?
Correct.
Do I have that right so far? Okay.
Which is volumes. She never called me a liar because she know I'm not lying.
Okay, that's the point I'm trying to get at. So that's the point I'm trying to get at. Now, I thought that the truth would come out after a line of questioning, just like in a what you call it, in a court. But we didn't have to get there because she herself admitted that she's not trying to call you. She's not trying to say you're lying. So obviously that means you're telling the truth. So anyway, but let's continue, because like I said, I thought that it was going to come out in the wash, but it came out a lot sooner. So okay.
Calls me and give me these elaborate things about if it was your party, you gotta, name the guest of your party and all these scenarios. She kept repeating, being so redundant. So I don't do all of that.
Okay.
What does that have to do with this story? What does that have to do with what she did on her panel? What do that have to do with the lie that was told? The narrative that she spent? Please tell me, because I'm confused.
No, it's not. I mean, it's nothing. It's just
one mixing stories and putting a bunch of other stories in a narrative. Let's keep going.
See, but the rest of us, like I said, we don't know what's actually going on. So she's able to convolute the situation if we don't know, right? We don't know actually how this ties in or whatever. So we don't really know. Yeah, you're the one that knows.
What happened on her panel with me and that young man have nothing to do with this. Nothing.
Okay. All right, let's continue.
Going over and over. So I just, didn't feel that. And then I don't even remember. It was some other things I noticed about her I just didn't like. And, I chose not to really engage. I can't even remember what it is because it's not, I don't know. I don't even want to sit up here and make up something. So I was already not talking to her. Excuse me, I'm going to drink some water because I'm kind of upset because of her story, but.
Relax, take your time. You're doing great.
No, because I actually have a show to do. So.
She got a lot of nerve. Now let me debunk that BS.
Okay.
She's kind of upset about my story, and she went on a 2-day tantrum about me, but she upset.
Okay.
Do you see the hypocrisy in that, Miss Christian lady?
I do.
Oh, I'm kind of upset because of her story. But what did you do on your platform with me for 2 days? Shouldn't I be upset?
I mean,
but see, that's the hypocrisy of you Christians.
Well,
Christians like you, Kyia.
I think that she was doing the best job she could of controlling the situation as best as she could. I mean, what else was she gonna say? Really, I didn't think she was gonna come up here. I'm just telling about me. I didn't think she was gonna come up here and say, Patrice, I'm sorry. I said that this was a lie, this was not true, or whatever. I didn't think she was gonna do that. I was just looking at her personality.
I didn't expect that either. But I expected a little decency, and even if we agree to disagree,
that's what I thought
where was the apology? I never called her a B or H.
I didn't think she was gonna apologize, Patrice.
But instead of her saying I should apologize as a black woman, saying that to another black woman, she goes, "Oh, I was just kidding. That's how I play."
Yeah.
That's the hypocrisy bullshit with Christians like Kyia.
Well, like I said, I thought she would at least have a conversation, and if she offended you,
she's upset though. She's very upset that I'm getting to tell my side of the story after she did it.
Why is she so upset that you? Okay, if she told her story. If she told her side of the story, why is she so upset that you're telling your story? Why?
Exactly. Why? Why, Kyia?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't understand that one. But man, I mean, I just thought that if she agreed to come up, she would agree to she would look into like answering the question that you have for her, or trying to make something right, or just trying to have the conversation to explain herself. Maybe we misunderstood something, and just try to explain herself. But that didn't happen, right? Of course, it went off the rails, and so that's why we had to do what we're doing now.
The hypocrisy that everybody is going to see is she got to say whatever she wanted to say on her platform and call me whatever name she got to call me on her platform. But when I speak my truth and my side, she got a problem with it, and then she wants to call me another B. So check out the hypocrisy of Miss Christian Lady Kyia.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, Patrice, we're going to move forward.
But I'm doing great, and I really appreciate you taking the time. So
thank you. Okay, so I will go to. She was on the panel when that stuff happened about the white man coming up there and my channel getting reported and whatever. She was there. I still, to this day, Daryl said it wasn't him. I still believe it's him. I know it was him. Period. And so that's not even, I'm not going to go back and forth with that. Yes, she was up there then when that happened. And I called Daryl myself. I said, I think this was you. He denied it. Okay. I came back and I was done with it. I addressed it. I was done with it. I'm not going to keep addressing and going over the same thing over and over again. So this is, I'm sure a month later or so, at least. I see OG Patrice, and I'm not even talking to her. I have already cut her. Oh, I remember what happened, but I ain't going to go into that. I remember why I stopped talking to her. I remember precisely why, but it don't even need to be brought up. Okay. So I wasn't even talking to her. I had noticed because I stopped with.
Stop it. So why it didn't need to be brought up? She bringing up everything else. Why didn't you want to tell people why you allegedly stopped talking to me? You know why, Kyia? Because you never stopped talking to me. You're a liar.
So why?
You never stopped talking to me, Kyia.
Why did she say that then? I mean, what did she have to gain by lying like that?
I have no idea. And it wasn't no month later. When she called me and asked me to do that and I didn't get right back with her, she ended up seeing me in a chat on another platform, saying hello to Daryl, communicating with Daryl, saying hi. He's saying hi to me. And then that's when I got a text from her.
Okay.
I texted that, and then she called me. Okay. Well, I'm just calling to see what happened with you having a conversation with Darrell. Did he admit it to you? And that's when I told her, no, he didn't. And I said, Kyia, I told you he wouldn't. I said, he wouldn't even admit it to me. When I asked him that he did it to me, he wouldn't admit it. And I told him I thought he was lying, just like I told him I thought he was lying about you. I never denied that. But now, what I cannot confirm or deny is if she had a conversation with Daryl before or after that. I cannot confirm or deny that. But I do know she asked me to call Darrell.
Right.
So just because I fell off from Darrell with the bullshit doesn't mean I stopped. I still was speaking to him. but I had just stepped out and fell back from the BS. And you and Rico know that because it was months ago when I told y'all I was falling back. Was it not?
Oh, yeah. From Darrell,
so that
yeah.
was yeah. And Kyia was still talking to me.
Okay.
And that's facts.
Okay.
But go on.
All right.
Daryl had put something out there about me. All of these were lies. First of all, and then I had one on this spew of all these men on these platforms are saying why black women don't hold other black women accountable, and I got so tired of that narrative. So I said, okay, let's see. So I'm putting out here that this black man is attacking black women, meaning me. You know, not that I can't stand up for myself, because I damn sure can.
Okay. Now. She did go on that rant talking about but what's that got to do with this? You see how she making it about her? But it was okay for her to go on a rant about black men not speaking up on her behalf, but then she do what she did to a black woman on her platform. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, Kyia.
I can't. I don't know.
Make it make sense.
But Patrice,
so you're sending a narrative right now wanting things to be about you that has nothing to do with what you did to me on your platform. Make it make sense. The hypocrisy, Miss Christian lady. Make it make sense.
Okay, Patrice, have you addressed any of the other topics that you want to address so far? If she haven't even hit that stuff, are you just going to address what she's talking in here?
I'm just going to address her talking point.
Okay, all right. All right, let's go.
But okay. So, and then all these black men, you know, they're not holding him accountable. People, and I say names. So, knowledge and relationship, or not M3, but the other one, the big boy, 84, I call him. I called him. I said, you know, you guys are always talking about women holding women accountable. Why aren't y'all holding this man accountable? He out here doing some foul shit. Right. And I don't know why y'all not. Oh, Kyia, you know.
Again, you see she making it about her?
Okay.
And trying to hold men accountable for holding other men accountable. But when I called her about and tried to hold her accountable about what she did to Black Man Unfiltered, and I'm going to say his name. She didn't want to be accountable for that. Make it make sense, Kyia. I was on your panel when you disrespected him and did that to him. Make it make sense. But you want other men to speak up on your behalf about the disrespect of the videos that Darrell was making about you. But look what you did to another Black woman on your platform. And when OG Patrice called you and said, Kyia, you was wrong for what you said to Black Man Unfiltered, and I'm calling his name. I called her, and she called, OG Patrice tried to call me out on about a certain person, but and this is what she told me. I don't see where I did nothing wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. You did that, Kyia. Make it make sense. You want other men to hold other men accountable. But when I tried to tell you where you were wrong about what you did to Black Man Unfiltered, you didn't want to be accountable for that, Kyia. Miss Christian Kyia, make it make sense. But you spinning this narrative up here that you want everybody to believe that you was being done so wrong. Make it make sense.
All right, Patrice. Let's finish up.
He's like, well, you know, I can't do this with this man or whatever. I was like, okay, well, I'm just saying. So I put out there these lies he was doing on me. E-Black was the only one who stepped up and you know, called this out. Like, you know, this ain't even cool. This Black man is talking about just running this spiel about Anton, and it's just going on crazy. I'm like, this looks crazy. And these men talking about women.
What does E-Black, Anton, and 84 got to do with this?
I have the
But
foggiest.
you wanna call out, you wanna say that E Black was the only one that was calling the hypocrisy out, but E Black was the same one that disrespected OG Patrice on his platform.
And
really?
This one.
You Christian people, make it make sense. E Black, make it make sense. Kyia, E Black went in on me, Bro Clarence, and Rico, disrespected us, all of us. But that was okay. Nobody, Christian Kyia, you didn't call him out. But E Black was the only one that called it out when Daryl was doing the videos about me. You want everybody to come to your damn rescue, but then the hypocrisy that you and your fellow Christian mans does, that part is okay when he disrespect people. Because the same one that you saying was the one that called it out was the one that got on his platform and disrespected people. Make it make sense, you Christians. Make it make sense.
All right. All right. Hold on. Back on. All right. Let's get back to it.
And holding women accountable.
Excuse me. Can we please get on the subject of she and I and the whole this subject? Because now she's accusing me of going off. She done went way left, talking about Darrell and Anton and all these other people that has nothing to do with it. So can we get back to the subject at hand?
We will, but Patrice, please, you have to let her. Please, you have
this
to.
Has nothing to do with it.
I know, but for us to facilitate this, it only works if each party speaks in the way and the language that they want to. And I know it may be a little bit uncomfortable. We will put
nothing to do with it. I want her to speak.
Okay.
Bro Rico, really? That's gonna make me a little uncomfortable. Really? The fact that she accused me of mixing stories, and then she gets up here and mix stories, and then I'm gonna be uncomfortable. Bro, you foul for that one. I'm gonna give you a right hook for that one.
Yeah, you gotta give him, and talk to him, Patrice. Ask him, because like I said, I don't know what he was thinking at that point, but or maybe he was thinking like, hey, it'll all come out in the wash. So maybe that's what he was thinking. So talk to him before you give him that right cross.
That ain't what he was thinking.
All right, you ready to move forward?
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
With what was said on her panel about me and what she said and what the narrative she spent and the video the next day, that's what Patrice want to talk about. I don't want to talk about 84 and Anton and nobody else that has nothing to do with this narrative. But I'm the one that spins narrative.
Listen, Patrice. If we start this...
See, this is the bullshit right here.
Let me finish. If we start this, then she interrupts you and then we get nowhere is what I'm saying. We have to. I
don't want to talk about people that is not involved in it.
We're not. No one's talking about them but her. No one else. I'm not talking about them.
I don't want to talk about people that is not involved in the situation that happened on her panel regarding me. And I mean that. They have nothing to do with it. I don't want other narratives put into this because that's how mess got started in the first place.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. But I just want to be clear that none of us, this is Kyia.
And the reason why I said that is because the narrative she's spinning now, using 84 and Anton and E Black and all these people that ain't got shit to do with shit. She didn't mention their name on her platform when she was calling me B's and H's. I didn't hear it then, so why is she trying to spin a narrative now? Why is she coming over here mixing stories that ain't got nothing to do with nothing? And it definitely ain't got nothing to do with this situation. She didn't say their names not one time on her panel about a story. But she want to get over here and mix stories. But I'm mixing stories. Make it make sense, Christian Kyia.
All right, let's get back to it.
Telling her story. Kyia, if you could please try to limit it.
I can tell you why I'm saying that. That's why she's cutting me off. There's a reason.
Please make it brief. Then I would appreciate it.
Nobody will cut you off. You spinning the narrative ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Okay, can you both give me a second? Give me a second. Please we got to do it one at a time.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna make no sense what we're doing here.
Right. And this is what we didn't want to do.
Right.
You didn't want to do it. She doesn't want to do it.
This is why I told y'all I didn't want nobody coming up, because they got a chance to spin a narrative on her channel, and now it's my turn to tell my story, and a goddamn narrative has been spent up here on my time. I don't appreciate that.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about an Anton and an 84 and a nobody else. They got nothing to do with nothing with what she's talking about.
I don't
So can we please stay on the subject?
Okay. Can you at least try to, Kyia, to the best of your ability?
I am.
Okay.
It all ties together if I can just finish.
Okay. Give her a few minutes. You'll finish, and then we're going to go back to you.
We're gonna go back to you, Patrice.
Okay, Patrice, please, and then you can just say all that shit out and go back to what you gotta say, and we'll let you, because you're right. You need your time, but you agreed to have the conversation, and I just want to facilitate.
And she invited me here.
Okay.
But you said no thanks last night, and now you're here, and now you're spinning a goddamn narrative that has
ladies.
And I don't appreciate that.
I get it.
Because I called her to talk to her woman to woman, and she didn't want to have the conversation, but she gets on her channel and spins a goddamn narrative the same way she's doing up here. I don't appreciate that. It's my time to tell my side of the story.
Correct.
She told her side already. She have a platform to tell her side.
Yeah.
But okay, Patrice, you gotta. I know it's upsetting, but like Rico said, we gotta. But
this is some straight bullshit.
We have to have the door open for everybody to tell what they're gonna tell, so we can narrow it down to what we.
Not everybody. It's me. It's her, and it's Darrell. Period.
It's just you two. Right. Okay. But can we give her 5 minutes to finish, and then we'll limit it from that going forward.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there.
Finish it in the next 2 minutes.
Stop it right there.
All right.
And that is true. It was me, it was her, and Darrell. When they were up on her platform, when he was on his apology tour, asking for apologies, accepting apologies, Anton name wasn't mentioned then. 84 name wasn't brought up then. E-Black name wasn't brought up then. So how does this tie into what he said and what she did? Make it make sense. Even though she's trying to say it is, it has nothing to do with those men. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a good question. I wish we would have had a chance to ask her that.
Said on her platform that I had been talking about her. She said, "Oh, I know she did. Oh, she lied. That B, that hoe, that B, that it." She said all of that. Tell me, where was they name mentioned then on her platform? But she gonna come over here and say, "Oh, it all ties together." Make it make sense. Who is mixing stories here? Make it make sense.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I have no idea. That's a good question. I wish we could have asked her a lot of different questions, but unfortunately she left the platform. She didn't get kicked off. She left. So, but anyway, and then she was not allowed to come back. She wanted to come back, and she was not allowed to come back. All right. So, anyway, let's finish. I want to make sure you get a chance to address everything, Patrice.
Minutes.
Okay, so now the rules are changing for me, so I can't say what I came here to say. I got invited. Okay, yes, I can.
What goddamn rules?
Yeah,
rules don't apply to you over here. Rules apply to you on your platform.
Yeah, I was just.
Fuck you talking about?
But see, I think Rico was
rules
trying
don't apply to you over here, sister. This was my time and my show.
Yeah.
Rules don't apply to you, and they never should have given an opportunity to apply to you, Miss Kristen Kyia. Rules don't apply to you. Oh, now the rules don't apply to me. The rules there are no rules for you over here. You got rules over there on your platform.
You know what I noticed?
Go over there and spin your narrative. Go over there and have your rules. Because up here, you don't get them.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think that I noticed that people in that situation that she was in, they will want like this vast amount of time to be able to create these situations or narratives or whatever They want a lot of time because I don't think they know that they're not coming with accuracy. So they need time to create this situation. So I don't know if that was the situation because she already said out of her own mouth that you were telling the truth. So that means that both of you guys can be telling the truth. So she said out of her own mouth that. So why does she need so much time? I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm the one that mixing a bunch of stories. Now, all these damn stories she got up here shared, she ain't addressed the issue yet. She ain't addressed it.
Well,
make it make sense.
It is what it is. I mean, I wish we could have asked her some more questions, but it is what it is. Okay, so let us move forward.
I can. So back to what I was saying, if I'm able to finish now. Okay, so like I was saying, men were not holding men accountable. So the reason why I brought up 84, because she was on that platform and Daryl was up there. That's why I brought all of this together, because I'm questioning these men not holding men accountable. So I see Daryl up on this panel on M3's channel. And
hey man, let me address something real quick.
Please, because make it make sense.
How are we supposed to hold people accountable? What are we supposed to do? Get on an airplane and go to their place of business or their house? How are we holding each other accountable? Only thing we can do is to say a word to somebody. That's it. I don't understand why people think you can hold somebody accountable. If they not have the ear to hear it, then you can't hold nobody accountable. You can't do nothing.
No her accountable when I called her and asked her, told her that she was wrong for how she did on Black Man Unfiltered. Couldn't hold her accountable. See the hypocrisy?
True. That's true.
Couldn't hold her. What? I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't think I did anything wrong.
But you can't hold, she can't hold Black men. You can't hold her accountable. I mean, nobody can hold nobody accountable on YouTube. What can you do? If they don't violate the guidelines, you can't hold them accountable for nothing. They can say whatever they want to say. But anyway,
again,
if you do
make it make sense.
But if you, like I said,
you hold Black men, the whole Darrell accountable because it was you.
Yes. So you should.
Because it was you.
But you shouldn't, like I say, you shouldn't.
When I tried to hold you accountable for what you did to Black Man Unfiltered, you didn't want to take the responsibility. You said, I didn't do anything wrong, Patrice. I don't think I did anything wrong. Remember that, Kyia? Make it make sense. The hypocrisy of Christians like you.
Yeah, that is hypocritical to want to see some justice hashed out, but don't want that same justice on yourself. All right, so let's finish.
Patrice is in the comments saying that, going back and forth, encouraging Daryl. And then one thing also I want to say, I don't know nothing about her talking about I knew she was counseling some Daryl behind the scene. What the fuck? I ain't know nothing about that. Don't even care about that. Never had no clue about any of that so-called counseling behind the scenes. So please don't say a lie. I didn't know nothing about that. And don't care. I had already was not.
You funny as hell. You are. She did call him. She said it was a lie.
She said what?
Stop it. She said it was a lie. So she did say I was a lie right there. Okay. And she's the one lying because she knew that I was always talking to Daryl and having conversations.
Well, what exactly did she say you was lying about?
That she didn't know that I was, and she's a lie. Yes, she did. That's the reason why she called me and asked me to call and talk to Daryl. It's because she knew I was talking to Daryl.
Okay, so she's lying about calling you and asking you to talk to Daryl.
Correct. Right. But what she's saying right there is that she is saying that she didn't know that I was counseling Daryl, and that is a lie. She did know that I was having behind the scenes conversation with Daryl. That is what she said to me when she called me.
And asked you to talk to Daryl, right?
Asked me to talk to Daryl is because she knew I was having counsel with Daryl.
Okay.
Make it make sense,
okay.
Kyia.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know. It doesn't make no sense.
And then if she didn't, why, when she saw me in the chat speaking with him, would she text me and say, did you ask Daryl? Did you talk to him? Make it make sense. Y'all just got to think. Watch what she's going to say after this. She said she didn't know I was talking and counseling Daryl. Okay. Then she's going to say, I see her talking to Daryl, so I felt like I wanted to warn her. So I called her and I texted her and I asked her, did you talk to Daryl? Make it make sense, girl.
Okay. All right, let's finish it up.
Okay, let her finish. Let her finish, Patrice. Go ahead, Kyia.
So I seen her conversating while Daryl was on the panel and she was in the chat. So I was like, wow, maybe she don't know, you know. So because when that stuff happened on my channel, I only talked to one or two other people about it being Daryl Long and what happened. So what I did is I text. Okay, we can talk about proof. I text OG Patrice. I said, I don't know if you know this, but Daryl is the one that did that shit on my channel. I'm reaching out to you just to tell you that, to share. I truly believe it's him that did this on my panel and tried to get it taken down. I don't think you should trust him. I said, I'm just telling you this. I'm not telling you who to talk to, who not, but I truly believe it was him. And I said, I'm only, you know, and then she shared the whole story about she believed that she was in this chat and he used her name to talk about someone else. And I said, well, he probably did. And she said, well, I think he might have, but I don't know. She said, do you mind if I asked Daryl or talk to her? I said, I don't care. And then she goes on to say, do you mind if I use your name? I said, anything I ever say, you can say I said it. I don't care. I don't.
Not you, Kyia.
Because she had already called me and asked me. So I reiterated to her, I said, are you sure you want me to use your name and let him know that it's you asking me? And she said, yes, that's why I'm calling you, because I want you to tell him. I don't care. I want you to tell him that it's me that's asking. So that is the reason why I asked her that question in the end. That part is true.
Okay.
But that was via a phone call.
Okay. So are you saying that she is outlaying that situation, like laying it out like indifferent than actually the way it actually occurred?
Right. She's lying about how the scenario happened because she knows she called me.
Okay. All right.
Period.
Let's move on.
I was telling Patrice.
I said, I don't care. You can always repeat anything I said, which I will say now. I don't know why my name had to be brought up, but I don't care if you do. So I said, I'm only saying this, Patrice, because I truly believe you should watch yourself with having a conversation with him, because I believe this is the stuff he was doing. And that was that. Then she goes on like she's doing now, over talking, talk so much, repeating, redundant. And I was done with it. So then a couple of days,
I only stopped it one time because I see she keep mixing all these stories, and that's the only time I interrupted. But she said, I'm going on and over talking. How's that over talking? Well, you are spinning a narrative. You are mixing stories together. That has been proven. And I said, enough with the bullshit, basically. Because you're literally mixing stories, something you accuse me of doing. You are sitting up here doing it, but I'm over talking. No, I'm saying stop your madness, stop the bullshit. Because none of those scenarios, listen, none of those scenarios have anything to do with what Darrell said on her platform and how she took it and ran with it. None of it. All you have to do is listen to what she's talking and saying. None of these talking points have any damn thing to do with what she said on her platform. Had nothing to do with Darrell saying it was OG that was talking about you. None of this. Address what Darrell said and then what you said. Kyia, and stop your damn lying and hypocrisy. Stop your damn spinning narratives. Stop mixing stories. Because that's what you're doing up here.
All right. We good so far?
I'm good.
All right, let's go.
Go by and I didn't hear anything from Patrice. And I text her again. I said, hey, did you ever talk to Daryl? Asked Daryl about, what I talked to you about, what we talked about. And she goes, yeah, I did, but he said it's not true. And it was that quick. And I was like, wow. And then I said, well, I told you he said he didn't do it. I knew that. But I was wondering, did you talk to him about, you said he did that with your name. And did he admit to anything? She goes, no. And you can't, he said he didn't do it unless you can prove it. Basically she cut it off. And that was during a text. And then it was a little going back and forth, but it was just so short and quick that I felt like I wasn't being understood. So I called her, I believe I called her. And I said, well, no, I was just, wondering, I know he said he didn't do it, but it was weird that now you're saying, well, if you can't prove something, then, you can't say whatever. And then I just felt that was weird. I wasn't asking for anything to be proved. I was just wondering if she had the conversation.
That is the truth, Kyia. The truth of the matter is, we can believe whatever we want to believe, but it's what you can prove, sweetie. That's in any factual court case. You can't win a court case off of what we believe, but you can win one off what you can prove. So that's why I said that to you, and you know that. You didn't want to accept that. You got upset because I said that, but it was a fact. I believed that Darrell was lying, and you believed that Darrell was lying. There's no doubt about that. But I told you it's not what we believe, it's what we can prove. And neither one of us could prove it. So why fester on it? Make it make sense.
All right, let's continue. Let's finish up.
So at that point, I was like, okay, whatever. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. I was just trying to be a person that, hey, I'm looking, kind of looking out for you, that this is who did this to me. He's over here doing some foul shit. And I was just calling myself being not even a friend, because I don't use that word like that. I'm just like looking out like, I think he about this foolish shit. And I see you having a conversation with him online. And I'm just saying, hey, that's it. It was really that simple that what happened. I did not have all that back and forth with OG Patrice. I had already stopped basically interacting with her before the Daryl thing. And that's all it is. That's all it was. It was that simple.
Okay, Kai, because I know you got a show, can we pass the ball back to Patrice?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I know. So I want to make sure we do this without the back and forth. And Patrice, now you have the floor to address anything and everything that you want to address, and Kyia will give you the same courtesy. Please, Kyia. I'm just saying, I'm just asking, that's all. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Patrice. Thank you, ladies.
Okay. First of all, she's a liar. She spent the narrative again. Kyia called me. See, the thing that I'm so happy about is, y'all know I told y'all I got receipts. I got a tape. I got a telephone conversation, calls that with certain people, right? So Kyia's name is mentioned in that telephone call conversation. Kyia knew all the time that I was counseling Daryl. She did. She's a liar. She knows that. Kyia called me and asked me to ask Daryl because she said to me, I know that you counseling him and you're talking to him. That's how that conversation went. So I'm gonna leave that at that. She's a liar. Just like the narrative she spent that she wasn't talking to me anymore, that is a lie too. Because on the same platform that I was on last night, I went over to that platform one time and Kyia was up there. And I went up there and I was talking to Kyia about her diet and all this and that. And she was talking to me. So if she wasn't talking to OG Patrice, why was she having conversation with OG Patrice? I came in her chat before. She spoke to me. Hi, OG. I ain't seen you in a long time. So miss me with the bullshit. And the same people that's putting the battery in your back that you said on your panel that had already hipped you to, the same snake slithering, low vibration females like yourself that do a lot of things in the back, throw the brick and hide your damn hand. I know who they are. I got receipts on that person too. Because that's the same person that said some more shit and gave me some more proof about somebody else. I got tapes, I got voicemails, I got text information. So Kyia, while you're sitting up here lying and spinning a narrative, it's funny that you didn't believe nothing that Darrell said to you on your platform until he mentioned my name. I find that very peculiar. That until, amen, all that bullshit hypocrisy that Christians like you do. You set narratives. And again, if you are a B and you are a H, that's your business. OG Patrice ain't that. That ain't what my parents named me. You can be that. You can set that tone. And that
you guys
as
say,
a black
what is
female.
the point of this? What the fuck is the point? Because now I can go up on this bitch.
You
So
know
what's
what?
the point of this? You guys are playing this.
Okay, that was the first B I missed. Okay.
Yeah. And again, now, I must have hit a nerve, right?
Right.
Because only thing I said was the truth. You can go all off on your panel about me calling me bees and hoes, but when I come over here to get my side and check you about your hypocrisy, you got a problem with it now. And you call me a bee again. Yeah. Are you playing now, Kyia?
Yeah, I missed that.
Huh, Miss Christian lady? Make it make sense.
All right, I missed that.
Make your hypocrisy make sense. Are you playing now? I hit a nerve, and you know I was telling the truth because the same people are putting the battery in your back, and that's facts.
Well, that's a whole nother.
Because you set up on your platform and because people had already hit me, to what about on G, You said that on your platform. You said that. So there was conversations about me that people were already having with you. But when I mentioned that, and when I hit that nerve, now you want to go off and call me a B again. But you just playing though. That's how you play. That's how you get down. Make it make sense.
All right, let's move it along.
I don't know what the point of it is because you said it on your platform, and now you're asking me what the point of it is. The point of it is that you set bad examples for younger females and other black females that really come on YouTube to really learn and have examples for. Now you're over talking.
I got that one.
Okay.
I got that one. Okay. All right. So
right there.
Yeah, right there where she called you out your name again.
Yeah.
We caught it that time, and we pulled it down.
Yeah. Miss Christian lady, were you playing again when you called me another B again, Miss Christian lady, because you didn't like that I was telling the truth on your girl? Bye. Miss me with your hypocrisy bull.
All right.
BS. Like, seriously.
Okay, Patrice.
I had to rewind this back and debunk it because I really didn't get to say everything that I wanted to say. And I realized that now in going back, watching all her hypocrisy, using other people, bringing other people name, other stories that had nothing to do with nothing. They didn't have anything to do with this. I don't know why she bringing Anton in it, 84 in it, E Black in it. Why? And because I was in other people's chat saying hello to somebody, that's my damn business. You wasn't warning me. You wasn't warning me. If you wasn't talking to me, why you felt the need to warn me? Because your ass know you was talking to me. Make it make sense. Your hypocrisy.
Well, what's your last word on it, Patrice? Because let's put it to bed. What do you want to say? What's your last word on it?
I'm glad that I got a chance to rewind it, to do a debunk of all that bull and all her hypocrisy and all her lies. Now, I'm the only one will stand on the subject. She told y'all about an incident that happened on her platform between me and another young man that had nothing to do with it. She brought up people like Anton and 84 and E-Black that had nothing to do with it. But I'm the one that mixing stories. I want y'all to pay attention. Be smarter than the serpent, because that's a serpent over there. And then you didn't bring up none of them people on your platform over there, but you want to come over here with the bull crap. You want to come over here and spin narratives. You want to come over here with your lies. But now, sis, they ain't flying over here. You want people to feel sorry for you. Oh, Darrell was making videos about me and no black men were speaking up for me. But you can dog out another black man on your platform. And then when I called you about it, tried to say, hey, Tasha, hey, Kyia, that was wrong, what you did to the brother. I didn't do anything. Make it make sense. Girl, your hypocrisy is fucking unbelievable. But that's Christians like you. You make other good Christians look bad, my sister.
Wow.
I'm done. I digress.
All right, we're going to end this video out here. The reason why we did this video is not to pile on Kyia, just to tell the truth. I think the live stream went left, and the actual points that was actually wanted to be addressed were never got addressed. So now that's all we want to do is address this issue. I don't know if are you done with it, Patrice, or do you want to deal with it? I'm
done. I'm glad that I got a chance to rewind, because these are things that I had written down to ask her, but it went left after she disrespected me again and called me the name at least twice. She called me to be at least twice.
Yeah,
so I must have hit a nerve. So I must have told some truth. And if you can't stay up here and be woman enough to have the conversation in a decent way, because I didn't call you out your name. I didn't call you a BRH.
I would have thought she would have understood. I mean, if you call somebody a BRH, I mean, I would have thought she would have understood somebody's, and they're not that, they're going to want to see you, right? so.
But she was just kidding. Yeah. She was only kidding, bro. Clarence, that's how she kid. But was she kidding now? She wasn't kidding now, and she wasn't kidding then.
It didn't look like it.
That's her hypocrisy. That's her hypocrisy.
And furthermore, I'm glad
I got to debunk the bull.
I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask her, but unfortunately, they just got out of hand, and we couldn't. I don't think we were going to be able to get there today. But I'm glad you got a chance to any final words before we end this video.
No, like I said, I'm the one and done. But I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I really didn't get a chance to address a lot of the things she said, is because she, when you put us down, she never came back up.
Right.
And then all of a sudden now you want to come back up. Nah, see, you don't get to have your way when it's my turn to tell my truth on somebody else's platform. Right. Do that on your own.
Right.
You don't get to call no rules. You don't get to say nothing but come up here, say what you got to say, and I say what I got to say. You don't get to call no rules. You don't get to come up here and spin no narrative for people to feel sorry for you, bust out the violins. Womp, womp, womp. Nah, sis, ain't happening.
Okay.
Make sense. Your hypocrisy is ridiculous, and you're an embarrassment to a lot of black women. There are women that are in their 20s and 30s listening to you again. I guess you was playing again when you called me the B word twice on this platform.
Yeah.
This is how you resolve issues, and this is how you show young black women that this is how you resolve issues with another black woman. Make it make sense with your hypocrisy. Stop it, girl. And grow up. No man be talking about me. Somebody, y'all letting this black man, y'all am not calling out the but you can sit up and talk about and disrespect a black man on your panel. And then when I try to do the same thing, you don't want to hold yourself accountable, but you're trying to hold some damn body else accountable. Make it make sense.
All right.
I'm done, Bill Clarence.
All right, this is us signing off. That's it. No more will be said about this as far as we know. But you know.
Amen.